investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
Prison is where the bad people go. But then what do we call the Morrison's Supermarket Cafe on a Monday night? But they do have one thing in common. Bad eggs. But can we blame the eggs for being bad? Or is it a problem with the chicken? What came first? The criminal or the sad boy? Many ex-prisoners become institutionalized, saying they prefer the roof over their heads and 3 square meals a day to their freedom. But the only square meal I can think of is a sandwich. And even then, they're usually cut into 2 triangles or rectangles, so it's not adding up for me. Regardless of the cuisine, many find it difficult to acclimatise to the outside world after being locked up, as their loved ones struggle to know the people they become, whilst the world has evolved without them. Well, maybe you should have thought about that, Michael, before you ran over your cousin with a forklift. So should we heavily reform prisons, or is deterrence a vital part of the system? Are steel bars narrow enough? Because in a lot of films, it looks like I could probably slip through some of them. Do we have adequate enough reform programs in place for those leaving prison? And why does everyone go gay in there? Tell me on some of these questions. I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who's locked up and hairy in all the wrong places. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
I didn't do it, Gov.
He's broke protocol. That's the first time he hasn't said thank you for having me.
A new dawn.
Because he is doing a character called Gary,
who has been accused of trapping his chimney sweep up the chimney.
Where's the sweep?
I didn't want to do it, Gov.
You didn't want to do it?
I didn't want to do it. I didn't do it, what, Gov?
Charlie, your thoughts on prisons?
There's so many people in prison, apparently it's like actually mental in there.
Well, people getting let out accidentally. I'd find it, It's like a bloody chicken coop.
You don't know if you're coming or going,
and you don't know. It's like foxes running a chicken coop, Charlie.
Absolutely.
And what would that result in?
Lots of eating.
Of the chickens, please.
The relationship between guards and prisons we'll get onto soon.
We will, yeah.
But for now, we're talking about this.
Constantly bookmarking where we are when we're about 2 minutes into this episode.
But yeah, in terms of the prison element,
yeah,
it's important.
In terms of the prison
so
element.
Like in America, which is a controversial city, we need to...
Fuck me. He's called America a city.
I don't know how it could be. There's no cathedrals in America, is there? Is there?
Yes, there's cathedrals in America.
I associate them entirely with the UK.
Why?
Doesn't matter. Just there's more class to it here. Over there, I reckon they've got massive slabs.
Right.
Anyway.
What the fuck are you saying?
What I'm trying to say, Andrew, what I'm trying to say is, about America, there's a lot of accusations flying about that they are basically doing modern slavery veiled in prison management, where they get their prisoners to work for fuck all.
Well,
I'm talking pennies and cents, I think.
Yeah.
Instead of that, they just go, we just select a charity. Now, we talked a lot of shit about WaterAid on this podcast.
Haven't we done the opposite?
I think I said fuck WaterAid.
Okay.
And I stand by it.
Yeah.
But just for the sake of academic chatting.
Please. That's what this is. Academic chat.
For us.
The good old academic natter we're having again.
Well, it's not academic. Not academic would be like...
That's exactly what it is.
Let's just get all the prisoners out, and you're allowed out early.
If you work for WaterAid. I guess WaterAid might have a problem with a bunch of rapists working for them.
Don't look a gift horse in the knob.
Don't look a gift horse in a knob. Is that what that is? If I'm the head of state and I say, here you go, WaterAid, here's 100 pedos for you to employ and then to be your workers. Is that looking a gift knob in the eye or whatever it was?
I'm WaterAid. No, thanks. What'd you say?
Don't look a gift knob in the eye.
That's not the expression.
What was it? I'm so sorry. What was the expression?
Don't look a gift horse in the knob.
Don't look a gift horse in the knob. Take these pedos.
I'm actually, as Andy Burnham has suggested, we are not letting the pedos out. We're letting the guys who've done GPH and armed robbers, the coolest of the cool.
The GBH.
Oh my God, we got the armed robbers in.
Right.
All the ladies in WaterAid are like...
Well, they don't need any WaterAid once those guys arrive.
Why is that?
Because they're wet from sexual arousal.
Well, interestingly and on topic-y, I want you to read my top, Andrew. I want you to read what it says.
Right. Charlie came in earlier. We were doing a Boys Gone Wild record, and he's banned me from reading his top until we're on camera. So this is the big moment where I'm going to read Charlie's top. I been in put in Bay jail.
Big boy jail.
I been. What's that?
I been that is a
no, not the star. What's that? I been in.
I've been in big.
I been in put in Bay jail.
Boy jail. I think it's boy jail.
It looks like an A.
That's an A.
I've been put in Bay jail then.
I been in put in Bay jail. Chuck. 7288.
So what do you think that is?
What do I think that is? I been in put in Bay jail. Chuck. Right, you're Chuck.
I'm Chuck.
You're gonna. I don't know.
So I bought this in a charity shop, and the lady who works in the shop thinks that this was made by the friend of somebody who was going to prison as a little kind of goodbye present. So someone called Chuck on the 7th of February 1988, I think, went to prison, and his mate made this little top for him.
I been in put in Bay jail.
Or Chuck has been put in Bay jail, and he kind of made that as a final.
Do you think the friend gave it to Chuck?
That's not clear. We can maybe.
For him to wear in prison.
I've been put in Bay jail. You know, maybe the friend gave it to Chuck to wear in prison, but that seems like a strange thing to wear in prison.
It seems like you wouldn't be allowed to wear that in prison. Quite famously, you're not allowed to just wear your friend's.
There's no home closed day in prison.
Which seems like a wonderful time to jump into Thinker's Corner when we're here from the best and brightest minds that have ever lived and never have lived. And this week is different because I realised just this second I haven't got any quotes for us.
Well,
and, yeah.
I've got. Well, in fact, we don't need quotes.
We don't need quotes
because I read a whole book of quotes by a man called. By a man. I read a whole book of quotes.
The pride with I read a whole book.
I've read an entire book of quotes by a man called Carl Key.
Carl Key.
Not Khaki.
Not Khaki.
Although he
does hide behind his words. Get out in the open, Carl, and stand by what you say.
How does cars hide behind their words?
How do what? Khaki. Like khaki.
Oh, I think meant like
Camouflage.
khaki, like he's a little bit of a motor.
Yeah. Okay. Get out of the car.
Both of them are perfect.
Car keys are in cars.
I read a book by a guy called Carl Key, who is an ex-prisoner who essentially wrote a kind of very insightful guide on how to prepare and do time in the UK.
Okay.
So for anyone who's
so he went to prison and he's giving everyone tips who are about to go
specifically for the UK.
Yeah, okay.
We got listeners in Sweden, I'd imagine.
We do. So if you wouldn't mind tuning out for a second,
and go back to your iceberg.
Lettuce.
Now, first day's the hardest apparently. So it's like school. You don't know where you are. Where's the toilets? Where's the food? Who the fuck are you?
Yep.
You're my cellmate, Angus. We have a tricky time at first, and then things mellow out. Next, respect matters. I was quite surprised by that, Carl. I thought that was a kind of...
You were surprised that respect matters in prison?
I just thought that's kind of what they have in sort of Goodfellas. I didn't realize that respect was the currency, but I guess it is. I mean, I'm not a worldly man, and this is a...
You think that respect is exclusive to the movie Goodfellas?
They just make a real fucking hoo-ha about like...
It's all about respect in prison, isn't it?
Well, it turns out, yes, it is.
Well, now we got it from the mouth of Carl Key. He's really unlocking some truths, isn't he? But yeah, you can't. Well, even in fucking, you watch prison documentaries in America, and it's all about what gang you're in. But then there's hierarchies within that. It's people depending on what crimes you're in, what crimes you're in for. Sure, it's all about
the
respect.
Armed robbers are apparently the highest of the high.
I guess you
they
are.
Love armed robbers is like the rock stars of prison.
Yeah.
Then counteracting that, the
pedos,
the pedos.
But yeah, you go in, but then you got to show, you got to be firm and strong, so you have respect, so you don't get taken advantage of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think in the US, I think we'd be all right because we'd sort of Hugh Grant. Is there anything?
It's the charm.
Oh, do you don't mind? You don't mind if I sit?
Oh, really? You don't mind if I kind of have these potatoes next to you, do you? It'd be lovely if I could.
I wouldn't have thought there's space for me on this bench, would you, fellas?
I mean, that's not a bad shout, actually, is using that kind
English it up heavily.
Yeah, the Anglophiles over there will be like, well, what a charming young guy this seems to be. I don't know why it's Southern, but
I think that they are.
What a charming, hey, look at this English fancy pants
God
boy.
Damn.
We'll take him in and we'll show. Or we just get mercilessly bummed.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe instead of Hugh Grant, we just go into sort of Victorian, like, hello, what?
Chimney sweep.
Hello, governor. bloody lovely slop they got over here, don't you think, Buddy?
Buddy. Buddy boy. Buddy.
Move your body.
Move your body.
Hey, who's this new guy?
He's fucking cool. Move your body. That's probably the best way to enter prison. Move your body.
Like, what?
This guy's read Carl Key. This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Move.
Buddy.
What gang's he trying to get in?
None. He's his own thing. He's
There's
like the
not really
funnest. He's such a fun, like, he's literally, he gets a pass in all the games.
Who's trying to get into the Caribbean?
The race wars are
gang?
completely, he can hang out with any guys.
Right, yeah.
He's very fluid.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, basically, respect matters. Don't march in there like a cunt and take each other's gruel or Beyblades.
Okay, give us some examples. This is how not to do it.
Oh, a nice top knot. Give me your jumper.
Nice top knot. Give me your jumper. Thank you. That's how not to do it. How to do it.
You look great in a normal way. I've got a wife at home. She's a right pain in the ass. I'm pretty glad to be here, mate. Nice jumper.
I don't know how that's showing respect in any way, but you know, but on we roll.
It's self-deprecating and also complimentary.
Yep. You look lovely, not in a gay way.
How to make friends and not alienate people.
In prison.
Next up, keep to a routine.
You got to keep to a routine.
Give me your routine, Andrew, in prison.
Wake up, poo in toilet, then brush teeth.
Busy day.
That. Busy day. Got to get clean. Got to get empty. Oh, then talk to cellmate. What's up, TT? You want to get slanky on it today?
No, I'm tired, man.
All right, man. You stay there. I'll go sniff my nose around this yard and see what the fuck's happening and get it back to you.
Let me know if you find anything.
Breakfast time. What do? I get the biggest bacon bap in the fucking canteen.
Because you're shagging the cantina.
I'm shagging the cantina.
And her name's
an
Tina.
80-year-old. Yeah, Tina the cantina. She's an 80-year-old lady from Louisiana.
But she goes
and
like
she's with us right now.
God damn. I've been in this prison so long. I think I must be born in here.
And that's my type right there. And she's giving me the biggest bacon baps. I sit down my big bacon baps, my crew around me. What's up, all of my crew? How we doing? Any news from the night?
Nothing to report, boys. Hey, I saw Titi was in your cell earlier. He looked mighty depressed. You should check in with him. We're worried about him.
Then, yard time. Everyone's playing basketball. Everyone's playing, I don't know, bulldog. I'm not. I'm strutting round all of the playground. It's not really a playground.
Is this your daily routine?
It's my daily
This happens
routine.
every day.
I strut round the yard, surveying. I'm not there to fucking shoot hoops.
No way.
I'm there to shoot the shit. You want to
Okay.
make a deal with me? Well, then you talk to me. And I'm the guy that you want to be, says me.
Right, well, that sounds like a very
That's what you
jam-packed
got to do. But there you go. Those are the top tips for prison. Stay safe in there. But let's talk about some different prisons from around the world, because there's many.
There must be like at least 100.
At least 100. Definitely at least 100. But there's some interesting prisons out there who are trying to do things a bit differently, right?
Okay.
Trying to kind of mix it all up a bit.
We're
you know?
okay with different, but we're not okay with a zany prison.
We don't like zany prisons. Take it seriously. You've got rapists in there. So this is a Bastoy prison, or Bastoy.
You bloody bastard!
Which is it's located on a small island in Norway's Oslofjord. And it's one of the most unusual prisons in the world, Charlie, because it looks more like a peaceful village than a correctional facility. Instead of living behind bars, inmates stay in small wooden cottages, work on farms, care for horses and sheep, fish, and even commute around the island via bicycle. There are no watchtowers or razor wire dominating the landscape, yet the prison has one of the lowest reoffending rates in Europe. Its philosophy is rooted in the belief that the punishment is the restriction of freedom, not the prison itself. Norwegian authorities argue that if prisoners are treated with dignity, responsibility and trust, they're far more likely to return to society as law-abiding citizens. Now, how does that sound to you, Charlie?
Well, I've seen a picture of this prison.
Yeah.
And it looks a bit like a kind of Christian summer camp.
Mm.
I went to a Christian summer camp called Christians in Sport, and it looks quite a lot like Christians in Sport in that prison.
Stop.
I'm not a Christian.
Stop.
I gave it a whirl.
When did you go to a Christian
Age 14
summer camp?
with a guy called Jack Driver, who's now a fucking revenant. I found out yesterday. Revenant Jack Driver.
Revenant Jack Driver.
But yeah, it looks like a tea party.
No. Why did you go to a Christian summer camp at the age of 14?
I think I was searching for meaning and...
Wait, it was your decision? It wasn't like your family?
Yeah, my mate was going and I thought that might be fun.
How was it? What happened?
It was pretty fun.
What did you do?
We learned about God and we played catch. But the reason I bring that up is because this looks like that.
It looks like that.
I do think that currently the menu of prison vibe seems to either be basically whole-ish or Christian summer camp.
It's true.
And if it's too nice, then we're going to be out sort of battering people in the street so we can get in there.
Well, their point would be, well, it's about the lack of freedom. You know, I want to go to the shop. I can't. I want to choose this movie. I can't. So that's the real punishment of prison. But is it?
Because what if you have a fucking boring life?
Yeah.
And you hate your family? This is the perfect crime.
It's the perfect crime.
The crime is the perfect crime.
The crime is the perfect crime.
Because I can get away from my boring life.
I agree. There's some interesting caveats of this because, we've mentioned that it has one of the highest reform rates in the world, but the prison is only got 120 inmates, and it's most people who go there apply to be there by the end of their term that they've already served in another prison and they've shown good behaviour. So in many ways, it's a bit like me wanking off a man and you coming in and finishing him off and claiming the credit.
They're already sorted.
They're already sorted.
He's already come.
I've done the hard work. You're just coming here for the money shot.
I see.
So really,
what does that mean?
Fundamentally, it's nothing.
It doesn't work or not work.
Yeah.
It's just
they
fine.
can't claim to have any kind of higher reform rates because they're just picking the best prisoners.
The
nerds who are going there and want to genuinely make their lives better and then giving them bicycles and saying, look, this is great.
They wouldn't last 2 minutes with TT.
They wouldn't well, they have.
Oh, they did?
They've been in normal prison and then they've ended up at this one at the end of their sentence.
I mean, it's kind of good that it exists because otherwise it's
great.
It's nice to have a model of it doesn't have to be completely fucked in here.
Exactly. Well, this is my kind of soft on crime approach. This is what I kind of think should happen. But at the end of the day, it's obviously a bad idea. You can't put everyone in there because lots of people want to escape prison and then go and murder. Well, there you go. So, in namby-pamby land, it might all work, but in reality, they're cooking the books. But I like that it exists, and it's obviously a good idea, isn't it?
We need a bit of a spread of horror.
Much like jam and or Marmite.
Not a fan of Marmite.
You're not?
I love marmalade.
You surprise me. You strike me as a man who loves Marmite. It's just fucking
You know what?
yeast extract is right up your fucking alley. If you could just chuck yeast into your body, that sounds like exactly you.
I actually love it. I made that up. I completely misspoke. I fucking love Marmite.
What a bizarre lie he's just done.
I don't know what happened there. Got a bit panicked and said I hated Marmite. I'll never do that again.
Very odd lie he's just decided to go for. I hate Marmite, not for me. In his mind. No, I love it. Yeah. I'm a big Marmite guy.
We're quite Marmite.
Look, we're very Marmite. Matt, Marmite?
Yeah, I'm Marmite.
Yeah.
If you're not Marmite,
who are you? Who are you? And there's a dancing prison as well.
Okie doke. I'm going to do a bit of street dance if you don't mind, Andrew. Is that
Whilst
allowed?
I do this,
if you'd like me to.
I wouldn't hate anything less in the world.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you about the dancing prison. All right now. Cebu Provincial Detention and Rehabilitation Center in the Philippines became famous for its bizarre but unique rehabilitation program. Thousands of inmates performing synchronized dance routines, created to encourage discipline, teamwork, and fitness. The program turned prisoners into internet sensations through performances of songs like Thriller. While unusual, the idea behind it was that structure, cooperation, and creativity could help improve behavior and create a more positive environment. Now, Matthew, could you please get up? The prisoners dancing the Thriller.
So it's loads of people in orange jumpsuits pretending to be zombies.
Yep. You got one guy in drag, one prisoner in drag who's playing this
They're all
woman.
seemingly loving it.
Orange jumpsuit zombies. And just skip to the dancing part. Yeah, there's great. There they go. There they fucking go. Look at that. You've obviously got the key dancers at the front in the triangle, and the rest are kind of arranged in a bit of a military style, like a parade kind of thing. But they're all in time.
Yeah,
they're doing bloody well.
No,
This is spontaneous, Charlie.
It's a flash mob.
And they all know all the moves and where to stand. Unbelievable. Do they practice? That's all they do. And there you go. So that's them. And, it's not bloody bad, is it? Now, it looks lovely, looks charming, and you're like, that sounds like a brilliant thing that all prisoners should do. To me, there is an inherent darkness behind it. I hate to, they're dancing with joviality. They're dancing with freedom and even lack of care. But I think the rehearsals would be fucking horrible.
You did it wrong, Gordon.
That's not that bad, Charlie. You did it wrong, Gordon. If I was a prisoner, if I was a prisoner in the Philippines, my worst punishment for messing up a dance move was you did it wrong, Gordon, I'd be okay. I think it's far more dark than that. I think they are drilling them to fuck in there. I think it's like really horrible punishments for getting a move wrong. Because to get that to that level of synchronicity for a group of hardened cons,
strictly con dancing. It's strictly con dancing,
and it's strict.
It's very strictly con dancing.
Very strict con dancing.
Do you not think that a part of you would be like, ultimately, Andrew, all we want is meaning. And it being part of that, it's like being part of something bigger than yourself.
And maybe I'm being pessimistic. Maybe they have tapped into something wonderful that lives within every human being. And there is a desire to dance. And dance can heal us. Charlie, can dance heal us all?
With the right ingredients.
What are the ingredients of dance?
Juice.
No.
And arms.
Absolutely not. Juice and arms. The ingredients of any good dance.
Well, it's definitely, if you haven't got either of them, you're much less likely to succeed.
Okay. Oh, I kind of did think you were thinking metaphor, like literal juice, like orange and or apple. Why is it impossible for a dance to succeed without orange juice?
Because they're going to be thirsty and bored, Andrew. So listen, next up, Andrew, I've got some research to bring to the table.
Takes a sip of Sprite.
Okay.
It's a great segue, that.
At least it's not look, Andrew.
Andrew, look. So in America, it's kind of in keeping with your sort of dance fun.
Yeah.
In America, they have got a thing. Angola. It's called the Angola Prison Rodeo, right?
I've seen this.
So I don't know why it's called Angola, because Angola is in Africa, not in America. I ain't trying to split hairs, but I am balding. So the Angola Prison Rodeo, held at the Louisiana State Penitentiary, Angola, since 1965, is the longest running prison rodeo in the US, and it's known as the wildest.
I imagine it doesn't have much competition. Or does it? Is this a normal
I think
thing?
It probably does.
Right.
It's mental. The wildest show in the South is what it's called.
Rodeos are crazy enough as it is. Chuck some cons in there, you got yourself a recipe for quite the show.
It takes place every Sunday in October and one weekend in April.
Every Sunday? Oh, sorry.
Every Sunday in October.
I got confused about months then. Please continue.
So if you're trying to go, there's still time. But I wouldn't, because it sounds spooky.
Fucking amazing. I'd love to go to that.
Thousands of people do go, but essentially you just get loads of convicts to do kind of horse games.
Is it
the horse Olympic Games for criminals.
Isn't there some sort of reward for participating in it?
I think that you get special food. Or you don't get your freedom. It would be a lot better if you were playing for freedom.
Yeah.
But
you get some prison perks. Because I have seen this.
Yeah, there's one event called... There are a few events, and they're all unique to this. Convict poker. 4 inmates sit at a poker table in the arena while an angry bull is released. The last person remaining seated at the table wins.
There is something horrible about this, isn't there?
Unbelievable.
Straight away, you're like, Jesus Christ. Let's make the inmates play a game whilst bulls charge
poker.
At them. I was with a bull the other day.
Where? Yours?
At my house, yeah. What, my raging knob?
No, I meant were you playing lounge? Were you in the lounge with it? I don't fucking know.
I was in France and there was cows and a bull right next to me by the fence.
I love seeing bulls.
You can play, apparently, if you play jazz to cows, they love it and they run towards you. And here's a video of when my girlfriend did it 2 years ago. All the cows are running towards her because she's playing Take 5.
Well, yeah, there's also the best event, in my opinion, which isn't worth much, is prisoner pinball, where 8 inmates stand inside 8 hula hoops while 2 bulls are let loose.
Nice that they're called inmates, isn't it?
Rather than in
colleagues.
Very, very.
I think it's actually a way that we could all get together.
8 inmates stand inside 8 hula hoops while 2 bulls are let loose. The last one standing in the hoop wins.
How are they fitting inside the hula hoops?
Jumbo
hula hoops. And what flavour? It's barbecue. Because it's a rodeo, which feels like barbecue's appropriate. See, it's not easy to do this when you've got a mentalist on the other end of it.
Prisoner pinball. It's basically like convict poker, but you're standing up in a hula hoop.
So most of it is just them doing activities in the middle. Excuse me? You feel like you were threatening me then.
You do the job.
You do the job? What job?
I think I meant you take out the trash or something, but I can't.
Seems like a lot of the activities are just putting prisoners in the middle of a fucking dirt field and then getting bulls to run at them.
In the middle
of a dirt field.
So listen, let's get right onto it.
So Andrew, so everyone.
Angola Prison Rodeo, Matt. Let's hit the fucking rhythm.
Let's hit the what?
Rhythm.
Here we go. The bull's out.
And it's fuming.
It's confused.
So there are 2 refs as well who are kind of trying to get the bull over to the hula hoop guys. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I guess you would feel less empathy towards the... God, look at that.
That guy stayed and won. I mean, to be honest, it's all about positioning in the hoops, isn't it? So I wonder what he wins.
Yeah, absolutely mauled.
They should, I mean... Do they win something?
No, they
special food isn't enough.
But they call it the 8 seconds for freedom because apparently the standard 8-second duration of a bull rider a bull rider has to stay mounted to qualify as riding the bull is 8 seconds, and those seconds symbolize a rare adrenaline-fueled taste of liberation and normalcy. inside a maximum security institution. Crucially, this happened inside the prison.
Wait, what? What did that mean? What? Describe in different words what that
Basically,
meant.
what I'm saying is, if they ride the bull for 8 seconds...
But they're not riding the bull.
No, in this one, they're not. They're just doing
So you're talking
pinball.
about a different activity.
I'm talking about... Yeah,
the classic bull riding.
The classic bull
thing.
riding is 8 seconds to count as I've ridden the bull.
So
If you
they-
sit on the bull for half a second, Andrew, no one ain't going to believe that you rode that thing.
And you were
That
talking
bang.
about the experience of normalcy.
I think what I meant was basically it's a metaphor for freedom.
I mean,
Makes sense, I guess.
what a show. You'd go and watch it.
Apparently, it's unbelievable.
I would have a riot for the entire time watching that.
Because
There's
it's-
nothing that's not amazing.
It's about as close
it.
as you get to gladiators now,
Yeah, it is.
because they're prisoners. They're being forced into doing it.
Yeah. Does that bull have blood on its
I
horns?
don't know. It looks fun.
Ah, it's going to dark. That's enough of that. But yeah, bad things happen in prisons too. We've got to watch out as much for the guards as we do the inmates. You know, what's the difference between a guard and an inmate? A bloody uniform.
Jingle jangle.
So let's talk about Leo Leonidas Stanley. Leo Stanley was chief medical officer at San Quentin prison from 1931 to 1951 and believed that criminal activity was caused by defects, mostly with the testicles. Essentially, he would graft on testicular tissue to old inmates. To
You got
see if
swimmers?
Excuse me? Have I got swimmers?
You
With
got
me?
swimmers? Well, I guess you've always got them with you.
You mean my semen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Was that because I said the word testicles?
Yes.
Essentially, he would graft on testicular tissue to old inmates to see if it would increase vitality. When the prison began to run out of testicles, that's not a saying you expect to hear on a Monday, he would use animal testicles, crush them into a slurry, and then inject them into the skin of the patient's abdomen. He completed over 10,000 procedures. But did they work? No. Any improvements reported by his patients were consistent with the placebo effect. So, now, Leo Leonidas Stanley. It's an evil name.
This is testicle.
Very good. Leonidas. I like it. This is testicle. This is testicle grafting.
That's what he said every time he injected.
This is testicle grafting. Bosh, as he puts the testicles on.
It's like his kind of calling card. It's like how rappers like make bad music.
Now, you know, a lot of the idea maybe of this podcast would be to discuss crime in general and what are the causes of crime? Are there rotten eggs? Or is crime a choice, or is it something inevitable that happens because of a tough childhood?
We're doing crimes every day without even fucking knowing, I reckon.
You're looking so intensely at my chin when you're saying that. It's one of the fucking bizarre things you've ever done. I was going to zoom in on you for that. That's really disconcerting.
Do an impression, let me imagine.
We're doing crimes every day. Fucking man.
We're doing crimes every day without knowing it.
Look at it, man.
A lot of them are old and knackered and fucking out of place.
Too right.
Genuinely.
Yeah, you're doing it again on purpose.
No, I'm not. I'm looking off eyes now.
What's going on with you? Leo Leonidas Stanley. Look, anyone who is his parents haven't given him a choice, have they? My name is Leo
Good fucking start.
Leonidas Stanley.
No,
You
I mean,
are.
Stanley ruins it, obviously. Leo Leonidas Stanley.
I still think there's a terror behind the name. His dad, his mum have called him Leo. His second name Leonidas. The guy's going to glue testicles onto people. That's
was
just
written
how
in
it
blood.
works. Nominal testicularism.
Nominal determinatism.
Look at him. He's a freak. His name
He
is
looks
Leo
quite nice
Leonidas.
there.
What do you mean it looks nice?
He's
He's
got
a
a nice
slender
little lady
man
with
with a
him.
crooked neck. He glues testicles onto people. It is easy to judge him because I am.
Only George could judge him.
If before the. What? Only George can judge him.
I cannot speak.
I cannot speak. It's easy to judge the man, but before
Walk a mile in his balls. Sorry. I'm really sorry.
But before the science was there, I would be interested whether gluing testicles onto me as an old man would increase my vitality.
100%. Especially if it was animal slurry balls. It'd be like, what am I going to get? Am I going to get ostrich? Am I going to get some fucking like fuse? Like, I would probably really buy into the flavor. It's like, as in like the flavor of.
I would buy into the flavour.
No, as in.
Of the animal testicle slurry.
No. I'd buy into the flavor of kind of animal spirit that it endowed me with. It's just like, have I got dog? Like, I'd just be there like.
What a bizarre word to use, flavour, in this conversation. The flavour of the animal spirit.
You know, the flavor of the.
Okay, dog's testicles have been glued to you.
Let's go now.
An ostrich.
Hey, you want to be fly?
Giraffe.
You don't look like quite the match for me.
A cow.
Ooh, can I go to Andrews?
We'll take a quick pause on that one. I said cow, and you said, "Oh, can I get to Andrews?"
You had cows and bulls over the other day. And
I did.
They had a banging time.
Okay, yeah, I did mention
They loved it.
They did love it. Thank you for that. Yes, yeah.
Anthropomorphize the nuts.
Anthropomorphize nuts. Fucks. You know, people are popping testosterone pills nowadays. It's a thing. There's adverts for it on the tube saying like, you've got low testosterone. That's why you can't get a hard on or be awake at work.
I'll be honest. I had a bone up. I'm not joking. I'm not showing off. I'm actually kind of worried about it. I had a rock on for 6 hours the other day, straight.
What were you doing?
I was on the plane, and then I got off it and got on my bag and got on the train. I was just
got on your bag.
Hard the whole time.
I was hard the entire journey back from Marseille and a bit more.
Anything happen?
No, I think I didn't have any
with your
pants on.
girlfriend?
I'm stimulated. No, because I'm just sat next to some man, old man.
Not you weren't next to your girlfriend.
No, she was behind me. I was like,
I
not
feel like plane, maybe something in the atmosphere, the air thing.
It became inconvenient. That's all I have to say. I don't want to discuss it.
We're gonna. I think any erection on an airplane is inconvenient.
Is it a nice plane?
It was quite a nice plane, but it was nothing to write home about. It wasn't, say, a kind of quick Qatar Airways plane. It was Easy Jets.
So the plane, you went to Marseille.
Yes.
That's not a 6-hour flight.
No, Andrew. That's what I meant. The journey home and then some, Andrew.
So before getting on the plane, you were.
I think I was hard.
When did you get soft?
Mid-afternoon.
What point of the journey, you dickhead?
Way after I got home. Hoovering, I think. I was hoovering.
Home?
Hoovering at home.
And when did you get hard?
On the way to the airport in Marseille.
I think maybe a mixture between tiredness and the altitude.
Maybe. I'd be interested to know.
Still, I've never got anywhere near 6 hours. Have you had anything like that before?
No.
Right.
Well, anyway,
Spontaneous erections on planes are widely discussed phenomenon, often linked to a mix of low cabin air pressure, continuous low-frequency engine vibrations.
That can't be true.
Stimulated pelvic nerves, and the psychological novelty or anxiety of travel. So you were scared being jiggled by the plane and oxygen deficient. Mm-hmm. Just quickly, some dates for your calendar. On the 30th of October, we've got Day of Remembrance of Victims of Political Repression Day. In September, but the date varies, we've got National Prisoners of War / Missing in Action Recognition Day. 1st of December is Prisoners for Peace Day. And the 17th of November, it's Struggle for Freedom and Democracy Day.
Thank you very much.
Now let's stop farting about and talk about Alcatraz. Alcatraz. That's a lovely topic to talk about.
I've seen Alcatraz with my own 2 eyes. They got a cafe up there now, I reckon. There's a kebabery. There's a kebabery.
Was that you stood on like the San Francisco Bay looking at Alcatraz going, they got a cafe up there, I reckon.
Game's absolutely gone. Outside Auschwitz, they got a kebabery, a kebab van, apparently.
Oh, is that offensive?
No, it's just a bit inappropriate. I don't think you should be eating around there.
Yeah.
And we probably shouldn't have
a van.
It's a van.
A kebab van.
We'll put a picture.
Gotta eat.
It's a fucking van. It's a meat van.
You can't have a kebab van. It needs to be like a respectful.
A sushi restaurant.
No.
Should you be hungry in Auschwitz?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't think.
Well, you might not be able to
No, you
appreciate.
shouldn't be just walking around with a fucking doner wrap.
You should
No, you
not
can't go in with the wrap. But if you're hungry when you go in, maybe you're just thinking about how hungry.
I don't want to say the phrase tomatoes, onions, and garlic mayo, please, before I go into Auschwitz.
Chili garlic, brother.
Yeah, there's better foods and or vehicles of foods. The van, we're not going into a football stadium.
No, exactly. I think I could handle an offie.
An off license.
But a chain off.
Auschwitz off license.
Nissa. I can handle a Nissa outside Auschwitz.
Nissa local. Auschwitz branch.
Yeah, that would be fine.
I think it needs to be an Auschwitz brand cafe.
You don't want a cafe in the compound.
What's the most respectful food to eat outside of Auschwitz?
I was going to say sushi, but I don't think that's true.
No, you got the Japanese in the war. Is an idea, but
maybe some sort of salad.
It can't be delicious. But is that weird that it's not delicious? Ideally, no food. But I think any kind of food van shouldn't be there.
Agreed. Especially if it does meat.
Why?
It's too close to the bone.
Ovens. Yeah. In 1962, 3 inmates of Alcatraz carried out what became one of the most daring and mysterious prison escapes in history.
Is Alcatraz the best prison in the world?
It's the most famous, and for me, it's the best.
I agree.
I do. Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin. Well, how are they brothers? They got different second names.
No, they're both called John and Clarence Anglin.
Spent months secretly planning their escape, using homemade tools to chip away at the walls of their cells and create a hidden passage through the prisoner's ventilation system. Their most brilliant trick came on the night of the escape, when they placed fake heads on their pillows made from soap, toilet paper, paint, and human hair, fooling guards into believing that they were asleep during the routine checks. After climbing through the tunnels and reaching the roof, they made their way to the shoreline and attempted to cross the freezing waters of San Francisco Bay on a homemade raft built from stolen raincoats. The escape was discovered the next morning, but the 3 men had vanished without a trace. No confirmed evidence has ever been revealed whether they survived or drowned, leaving behind one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in criminal history.
Well, fair play to them.
Fair play to the fuckers. They only gone scaped.
No, me blame the guards. I think if I
blame guard.
If I was a guard, because all they've done is just walk past and there's some fucking Mr. Blobby suit in there, but it's like, I'm not believing that.
Some fucking Mr. Blobby suit. No, look at the picture of their heads. They are unbelievable for what they've managed to do it from.
And
I think they're incredible. The guy, it's night. They just put it's not a Mr. Blobby suit. They've put their heads.
How they built them though? How they built the heads?
With soap. Hold on, I'll find it. With soap, toilet paper, paint, and human hair. The quality of the heads is unbelievable. We'll pop a picture up there. They look incredible. And a guard walking past, he's at the end of his shift. He's had a long day marshalling inmates. He pops his head into a cell and he sees that. Of course, you're going to think it's a head.
You know how as we've discussed, we have a patron. I think it's Alcatraz. I think.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Our patron, Alcatraz, worked in Sainsbury's and said that I think he was a guard in Sainsbury's and became offended whenever...
No, he was just a worker.
Fine, he was a worker. Yeah, that's what I mean.
As a clerk. I don't know. What's the name of it? A stacker? I don't know. What was it?
He was in the shelves in Sainsbury's.
He wasn't a product.
No, he's not a product. But he's
not bleach.
He works the shelves in Sainsbury's.
He's a cabbage in Sainsbury's.
He's an iceberg lettuce in Sainsbury's. And he would get offended, I think, or at least he'd take umbrage.
Professor Umbridge.
He'd take Professor Umbridge whenever someone would steal from his Sainsbury's. And would you, as a guard, I think naturally you'd be like, fuck it, you lot can all go. But would you actually take it very personally that all the prisoners stay on a kind of emotional level?
What? Would I take it personally if all the prisoners stay on an emotional... If I'm a prison guard, would I take it personally if all the prisoners stay on an emotional level? What in God's fucking Christing name are you shitting talking about? As a guard, would I take it personally if all the inmates stayed on an emotional level?
What I'm trying to say really hard is like, as at Sainsbury's, if I'm in Sainsbury's, I'm like, fuck you can't have that burger. Am I applying the same logic to prisoners escaping? Am I gutted if they escaped?
Would I take it personally if prisoners escaped?
Yeah, would you be sad that they left you?
Would you left me?
Would you be like, I thought they liked me?
That's not what the Kazim was talking about. Dribbles out. That's not what Kazim was talking about. He was like, I'm part of the shop. I'm part. They're in a way they're wronging me by taking this cabbage. I'm a lettuce, for fuck's sake. The guards might feel a bit like, that was my... it's not just my job, it's also where my worth's tied up.
Identity.
It's where my worth's tied up. It is stopping people get out of this prison they've got out. What am I for? I'm useless. It's not like, they didn't like me. They're prisoners and prison guards.
I think that's how I would try and
be like, you wanted to get away from me so bad, did you? That you made a paper mache head.
I'd try and come
in we're
like...
in Alcatraz. I've been eating fucking gruel for 10 years.
I thought I was different. I'd come in like Fergie. I'd be like, I'd come
the
in
most insecure prison guard in the world. There's another escape. Must be me.
They fucking hate
must
me.
be doing something wrong.
I'd come in like Alex Ferguson. I want to reinstate some sort of bond between the cons. As a guard, I'd be like, what are you in for, kid? I'd be like, really, they would become like my sons. Every single con would be my son. I'd be like, guys, fucking proud of you today.
If you had to build a prison that's even more unescapable than Alcatraz, what are you doing?
I would just lock them all in my room.
Why? That's a terrifying sentence, actually. Why is your room so inescapable? What's so inescapable about your room? What have you done to it?
I made some
What adjustments have you made?
Bolts.
Bolts.
And lamps.
Lamps, bolts and lamps. No one can escape with a lamp around.
No, not my lamps, trust me.
What's wrong with your lamps?
Hyperbolic.
Hyperbolic lamps.
They are.
The very verbose lamps.
They will talk you into submission.
Anyway, on to a different prison escape. We've got John Dillinger. In 1934, notorious bank robber John Dillinger pulled off one of the most famous prison escapes in American history. Whilst being held at Crown Point Jail in Indiana, Dillinger and his accomplices escaped using a fake wooden gun that had been carved and painted to look real, allowing them to intimidate guards and seize control of the prison. After escaping, Dillinger stole a sheriff's car and continued his crime spree, becoming one of America's most wanted criminals. Charlie, convince me you've got a real gun and escaped from me out of prison, but you're just holding soap, but it's black.
Hey, motherfucker, you want to taste this shit? I got a family outside. I gotta get it. If you don't move out my way, I'm gonna shoot you with this gun.
That's more like it.
If you don't move out of the way, I'm gonna shoot you with this gun. It's made out of pure lead, motherfucker.
Lead?
Yeah, lead gun. It's going to give you lead poisoning.
There's a gun that's going to give me lead poisoning.
It's a converted pencil.
A converted I don't think that's a real gun.
It is a gun.
So, where did prisons come from? Where did they go? Where do they come from? Prison-Eyed Joe. The history of prisons is a reflection of how societies have changed their ideas about crime, punishment, and human nature. In ancient and medieval times, prisons were not designed as places where people served sentences. They were mainly holding areas where prisoners were kept before execution, trial, ransom, or physical punishment. Conditions were often brutal, with dungeons, chains, starvation, and torture used as tools of control. As societies became more organised, prisons began to evolve from places of temporary confinement into systems of punishment. In the 18th and 19th century, reformers began arguing that imprisonment could be used to change behaviour rather than simply inflicting suffering, leading to the creation of purpose-built prisons like Eastern State Penitentiary, where isolation and reflection were believed to encourage reform. However, these ideas often produce their own harsh realities, with overcrowding, strict discipline, and psychological suffering becoming common.
Now, Andrew.
Charlie.
What's become very clear throughout this episode is that we've nailed it.
There's an incredibly loud ice cream van outside, which feels very fitting for this podcast.
Going to.
This podcast might as well just have an ice cream van sound going underneath it.
What's become clear is that we've perfectly nailed the solution to prisons already.
Yeah.
Okay. And also that it's very hard, as shown by history, to find the right punishment for people.
Right.
I think ultimately everyone's different. You and me are not the same. Matt's a different.
Different prisons for different people.
Different punishments for different people. If we could come up with a kind of, do you know the Boggart in Harry Potter?
I'm familiar.
He comes out and basically gives you a customized terror depending on who you are.
Yeah.
So I think everybody gets their own little punishment. For me, just scare the shit out of me for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I will never do it again.
That's true.
You, I think maybe, I don't know, you like live above.
I don't have to live in shit.
You live above a bowl. No, not bowling, because you love bowling. You live at the end of a bowling alley, but you can never play, and you're naked, and we can all see you, and we're firing balls down at your house.
Yours sounds a bit better than mine. However, these ideas often produce their own harsh realities, with overcrowding, strict discipline, and psychological suffering being common. During the 20th century, prison system increasingly shifted towards ideas of rehabilitation, education, and preparing inmates to return to society, although many countries continue to rely heavily on punishment and long-term confinement. Today, prisons around the world represent a wide spectrum of philosophies, from rehabilitation-focused facilities such as Norway's Bastøy and Halden prisons, which emphasize trust, reintegration, but then you've also got El Salvador CCOT, which focus on control and permanent isolation. So it is a horses for courses, and maybe the prisons of our societies tell us more about the societies that we live in than anything else.
They do. I'm learning tons. I'd say that...
not quite the point.
I'd say... No, that is the point.
Not quite the point.
What I'd say is that it's basically... There's no clear answer. Obviously, El Salvador's like battery farm terror.
Yeah.
The Norway one is probably a nicer attitude, although you have got that guy who did the mass shooting and he's asking for a PlayStation.
Norway, that's a lack of discipline in a prison.
Possibly. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, but I just think the guy who did that, Anders Breivik, is asking for a new PlayStation. Apparently. It's like you can't like you
can't
have a
do
point.
that.
You can't get to a point where the guy's
A
asking
new
for-
one, so he's already got one.
I think
he's probably got that. I've got
obscene.
a PS4. I bet he's got a PS4. It was a PS5. If I
wants
can't have a
PS5.
PS5, he can't fucking have
He
one.
wants a new FIFA.
You can't.
What have we learned?
It's hard, and we're never going to come to the answer.
You want to punish? Basically, you're getting grounded as an ad. It's like adult grounding without any of the charm.
Yes.
It's just fucking horrible.
You're sent to your room with no tea. Well, you're
But this
sent
time you're
into
disowned
a
by your whole
box to
family.
get raped. Which seems like a wonderful time to jump into Patreon Valley. The Valley is all jailed up. Everyone is walking
Everyone's
around
in
in
the
stripy garms, pajamas. There's no food anymore. It's all sludge, and the showers are full of
porridge.
Porridge.
You got a guard who's like he's like, get on, you maggots, and then there's like he kicks a little guy and he falls over.
He falls over.
Oh,
weeping.
come on, Gav, give me a fucking break. I'm only here for tax fraud. Tax fraud is a serious crime, and you will be paid handsomely for it.
And so that's what the Valley looks like. And as ever, we're going to take some questions from a Patreon member, and you too can subscribe to the Patreon.
But you might go down for some time.
And this is from Jamie cries a ton. Someone check on him, I think. My dad was a prisoner in Jersey for a year. He told me there was a guy that would pretend to be suicidal and my dad would have to stay with him outside his cell and the guy would just finger his own bum.
God.
So what would you do if you ended up in a prison in Jersey?
Was he pretending to be suicidal? He was saying, I'm going to kill
suicidal.
myself, so he has to be watched.
He clearly wanted to be watched.
That's crazy.
I mean,
I'm not doing that.
Kind of great.
I'm not
If
doing
you
that.
really want to be watched fingering your own bum.
For my clout,
I'm gonna
that's
kill
a
myself.
disaster.
At what point is the officer like, I'm not going to
True.
I'm going to kill myself.
It's like it is the perfect crime.
It's
if
the
you want to
perfect
figure
crime.
your ass.
Get
I'd be
figure
watched. Although I think for kind of clout reasons, I can't be seen doing that. I can't because everyone will be like, "That's the suicidal guy who fingers his ass."
Well,
I
he's
need
not
to be
suicidal.
Like, right, do you know what he's sitting here?
Excuse, who's that? Why is his tooth gritted so much? Guys, you know we shouldn't hear. That's not charming. That's sociopathic.
Yeah, I'm intense. Hugh Grant.
Excuse me, what is everyone sitting here?
Did you hear about the suicidal guy who put his fingers up his
Oh,
bottom?
you must hear about the suicidal guys. We're thinking like bond. Oh, it's absolutely bananas. The things you see in prison, boys. Absolutely. Anyway, can you pass the squash? Why is it squash? Yeah. Anyway, that's what we do. And now it's time to escape our way up to Peace's pasture. Wow.
What's going on up here?
It's lovely.
You know what? It's actually not that nice this time, but because we've been away for so long, we've been put away. The grass on our feet and the wind in our eyes is just fucking brilliant. It's like we're finally out. Fuck me, I miss this. I mean, I will never ever underestimate Cornwall again. Do you know what I mean? As in, I'm now anywhere is like
the freedom of Cornwall, not Cornwall specifically, but as like an archetypal natural beauty.
Yes, you know, it's easy to overlook what you got. That little river over there. But before I went away, who gives a fucking monkeys? Now,
yeah.
'Tis the Garden of Eden.
So that's what the pasture's looking like. And as ever, we're going to finish off with it's a single piece this week, and it's about prison.
This is an important piece about prisons. It's called Prisons, and it's by me. Andrew had tried everything: breathwork, fishing, jogging, you name it. But he still couldn't find it. That sweet spot. That sweet relent. Work was on top of him. Family was on top of him. Elle was on top of him. And not in a good way. He just needed a moment to himself. A bit of me time. He needed a fucking minute. So Andrew assessed his options. Quit his job? But he had it so good. Podcasting was a fucking dream come true and he was very lucky to be doing it. Or maybe he could top himself. No, too scary. Leave Elle? That would be the worst decision he ever made. How could he just buy himself some time? Time.
I've got it.
He squeaked into the mirror. He kissed his reflection and without another word, marched straight down to his local nursing home and molested some of the key workers. Now Andrew's serving a 3-stretch for GBH and severe disfigurement, and he can finally relax. Remember, doing time doesn't have to always be for them. Make time work for you too. Thank you.
It can be very hard to find time for yourself in the modern world. I think we can all struggle with
100%.
juggling all the different things, our different responsibilities, work, relationships, friendships, and rest. So go and do some horrible things to people
if you want to get away from it all.
So what have we learned this week, Charlie?
We've learned that prisons is tough, both for me and you.
Yes.
And to understand properly, there's no easy answer to prisons. What the fuck are we going to do about it? It's hard to punish a kid, let alone an adult. You know what I'm saying? As in, we're grounding you, but then we get a bit older. It's like, what the fuck do we do now? I guess we're grounding you and then some. So I think the true answer is that prison life, there's too many people in the prisons. Let's get them out so as to address some of the key waiting times.
Wonderful. I've learned that we should just get them dancing a bit more. Put them on tights and make them do Shakespeare. Let them express themselves.
Get some bulls involved.
Get some bulls involved. Let them express themselves creatively whilst being charged by a bull. You know, fucking use them for entertainment, and then hopefully they'll stop stabbing people.
I think we've nailed it, to be honest.
Love you, Charlie.
Love you too.
See you next week.
It's Henry Charlie investigate. They're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled. Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up with me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.